Michelle with Pink and Maine. I'm excited to share with you today our February 2017 release. I hope you love it as much as I do. I've got a lot to show you, so let's get started. The first thing I'll start with is we came out with some dies for some of our current favorite spring stamp sets. So here we have Happy Easter, and now we have dies to go along with that. Our Squeakheart set with our fun little mice and their little box of candy hearts. We have dies for them. Chocolate Bunny, a little Easter girl with her Easter basket and a little chocolate bunny down here. We have dies for her. Some Bunny with our sweet little girl hugging her little stuffed bunny. We have dies for her. And if you're wondering what some of these dies in the center, you can cut out the flower here as well as the leaf for the flower. And our spring train set with the cute little critters in their little flower pots and that have wheels, and just a fun little set. We have dies for that now. Now let's get into our brand spanking new. We're thrilled that you love our word stamp sets and dies, and we've come out with another one this month, a Smile. So you have some nice sayings to go along with that. It's a nice bold cute little cursive font there. And then we have our Smile dies, and this will cut out the same as the stamped word Smile, but there's also a shadow feature that you can use with or without it. And the shadow, since the stamp is the same as the die, the shadow will cut out around the stamp set Smile as well. So there's lots of versatile fun things you can do with that one. Next set we have here is Easter icons, and these are some nice bold circular icon stamps. They're a lot of fun to play around with. You can use some of these for more than just Easter. The flower here, the butterfly, you've got a little flower and a heart. It's just a fun set. Our next stamp set is Seeds of Kindness, and you've got some really cute bunnies, and they've got seed packets and a wheelbarrow. We have a watering can with some cute daisies. Here's a bow that you could stamp separately and put on one of the bunnies. And we have dies that go along with that. While I'm sharing the Seeds of Kindness, I'd like to show you that our free with purchase stamp set this month, this mini stamp set, is called Dandelion Wishes, and it has the same adorable little bunny as the Seeds of Kindness set, and he's got his little dandelion with the blowing seeds there. Super cute, and you can only get this if you make a $30 or more purchase. So if you want this to go along with the Seeds of Kindness set, I highly suggest you get it, because once they're gone, they'll be gone. Our next set I absolutely love. I love them all, but you know, sometimes you have little favorites. I love the cameras in this set. They're like hand-drawn, sketchy looking cameras that have lots of fun designs in them. And it says, "You captured my heart. Oh snap. Smile. Have a picture perfect day. Enjoy the candid moments." And we also have dies available that will coordinate with that set. Our next stamp set that we're releasing is Sensational, and these have got to be some of the cutest little skunks. And we've got lots of little mushrooms, flowers, bugs that you can make little scenes with these. This is so stinking kind of you, sent with love, you're sensational. And we have dies to go with this set as well. We are also releasing this month 2 standalone die sets, and one of them is the bubbly border dies here. These dies, when you cut them out, they measure 5¼ inches long, so they'll fit right within like the largest stitched rectangle die that we have that goes over the card base. But you can use these just with anything. And these dies here, you can use them alone and get either this bubbly border here or the ones with the circles cut out, or you can layer them. You could cut this out in one color and cut this layer and lay it on top, and you'll have this layer show through the holes there. So you could layer them up as well. Our next standalone die that we're releasing is Lacy Border Dies, and it's 3 border dies that have this intricate, pretty little eyelet type lace pattern that go with them. So really cute and really fun. I'm so super excited to announce that this month we are coming out with a brand new paper line. We're starting out with 3 6x6 paper pads of pattern papers. And this one is called Spring Flings. And it's just lots of fun spring colored patterns, bright and cheerful. Of course, you can use them beyond spring for just about anything. But there's 12 patterns, 24 sheets, and since they're double-sided, you're going to get four of each pattern. So lots of fun. Our second pad is called Shades of Spring, and it has the same colors that is in our first pad there, but with just some tone-on-tone patterns, so you could mix and match. Could use, some polka dots with some of the plaid. You can mix and match these. You could use these alone, but they also coordinate with the other pad. Once again, there's 12 patterns, and you'll get 4 of each because they're on 24 double-sided sheets of paper. So lots of fun patterns in there. Our third paper pad is mostly black and white patterns. You get 12 different patterns again, but a few of them just have a pop of color, and it'll be a color from our other 2 pads, so this will coordinate with some of the papers from the other pads. But black and white is so classic. You can do so much with these papers, and I thought with coming out with the Skunks, the Sensational stamp set, that these black and white papers would be perfect for some skunk cards. Now I'd like to share with you some card samples that I made with our new release. I used the Easter icons for this card and some of our new patterned paper. Now the Easter icons will fit perfectly in one of our stitch circle dies. So you can stamp it and cut it out with that stitched die, and you get that cute little stitching around it. And then of course our stitch circles have scallop circle dies that coordinate with them, and I use that on a couple of these here. I use that stamp set again here. I use the flower, and I use the saying from the Plant Seeds of Kindness and some of our new pattern papers, and I embossed the flowers and the saying with some embossing powder. Here I use the butterfly from the Easter icons, and you can see how I've used some of our black and white paper and some of our colored paper and just stamped to match, and you get that cool black and white with just a pop of color. This card I made with our Sensational, one of our little skunks, and I used some of our black and white paper. Again, here's our stitch circle dies with the scallop circle dies that coordinate with them. I created a little scene with skunks. You're Sensational. And for the scene, I used our scallop wave dies just to give a little grassy background. Here's another little skunk from our Sensational set. Some of our black and white paper. And the border here is from our Lacy Border dies. Just another little Sensational card. And you can see how I've paired the black and white stripes with our pink hearts, and then some of the black and white paper that has that pop of pink, and it's the same pink in the hearts. Here's another card with the skunks, and I used again our new pattern papers, mixing that black and white that has the pop of color with some of our teal chevrons from the Tone on Tone Shades of Spring pad. I love these little skunks. I made quite a few cards with them. And here's that little bubbly border going up and down this card, and you can see how I layered it with a teal layer at the bottom and a lime green at the top. So you could use it alone, or you could layer it like I have here. This is a fun take on some different colors, putting the green, orange, and yellow together. And these papers are from our Shades of Spring pack, and I used our hexagon dies and our scalloped hexagon dies that coordinate with them for this shape here. And underneath the saying, I've used our scallop border dies. And see how nicely that all comes together. And I love to make shaker cards. They kind of get addicting once you start with them. But I used our pattern papers again and the little skunks. There's a card using the skunks again with some more pattern paper. And that border going across is that bubbly border die, and that's just the one used by itself without the other layer on top. Here's a card I made with the Seeds of Kindness, and I was super pleased how this came out. I love these yellow and lime green colors together. They look so springy. There's another card with the Seeds of Kindness and just some different pattern papers from our new pads. There's another one using some different papers. And that cute little guy in the wheelbarrow. Now this card, I put some fun patterns together from our paper pads and used our new Candid Moments camera and the smile saying. Here's another card I made with the cameras. And I used those black and white stripes again with just a pop of color with the pink polka dot paper. So fun. Here I've used another one of our Lacy Border dies across with our Candid Moments camera and saying. Here's another fun card. I used our Candid Moments camera, and then I used the smile die. So I cut out the word smile. I added some shimmer with a Spectrum Noir sparkle pen, and the Be Happy and is from the Smile stamp set. Here's another card with our Candid Moments camera and saying, and some of our black and white pattern paper. And I just added a hint of like sparkly gold washi tape on there. This is similar to the other card I showed a minute ago, except I showed you can get a different look with just some different pattern papers. I cut out the smile die again and put the camera with it. Here I've used the Smile stamp set and just embossed it with the saying, I love your, so I love your smile, and some of our pattern papers. This is a fun bright card using one of our chevron pattern papers, and this shows you can use the shadow to cut out of the pattern paper and just put the die in color on top of the white card, and it just kind of makes it pop there. Here I went for an embossed look with some white embossing powder. I probably should have tried to get a little more powder in some spots there to make it stand out a little more and be a little more smooth on that blue pattern paper, but still fun. Here I used just a simple watercolor background, just dropping different colors and spreading them around with water. And what I did is I cut the shadow out. I cut the shadow and the die out of the watercolor background. Then I cut the shadow and the die out of some just white watercolor paper. And then I layered the saying, smile, from the watercolor background. Last but not least, I have another watercolor card where I just did a background with some markers and then I brushed across it with water to blend, cut out a stitch circle with one of our stitch circle dies, and used the smile die and the stamp set for the extra phrase here, and just added this little pop of black and white and another strip of the watercolor background that I had made. I love it. I love the look that it gave. Thanks for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed this close-up look at our February 2017 release. We hope you love it as much as we do. Be sure to check it out at pinkandmane.com. And during the month of February, while supplies last, remember that you can get that free mini stamp set with a $30 purchase. Come back here and check us out again soon. And until then, keep living the creative life. Someone decided to take the day off and lay in the sunspot.